We did all the time.
Yep. No, it just went out. The time went out.
Oh, okay.
So it's through the machine. Now I'm at 0, starting at 1. We good to go.
Was it recording all that we just did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are we live now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so painting, I might not be a perfectionist, but however, I could paint a room and it would be okay. No one would have to come behind me to do anything.
I've been in the construction industry for 20 years. Gilbert's been in the construction industry for 40 years. And I've had so many people that tell me that they can paint. And you go over there and look at it like, you can paint?
I know it.
Paint me everywhere.
Well, my dad was big in construction, so he taught me
so
a
you
lot
know
of
how to
things
paint,
too. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, just do's and don'ts.
So we got to see that sometime, everybody. So, do you need a permit? You have to check with your, and we can help you with this. If you're a do-it-yourselfer type of person, you need our help, give us a call at 434-532-5189. You can email us at myupspaces@gmail.com. Our Twitter handle is at myupspaces.com. Our phone number again is 434-532-5189. Do you need a permit? You might want to get a permit, otherwise you're going to get a stop order. I've seen those before, a stop work order. But give us a call. We can help you with that. And kind of just depends on the use and the jurisdiction and all of that. There's a lot of factors involved. All right? Now, the container itself. Sometimes people think that, man, anything could have been in that container. I don't want to have that container. And there's some, you want to get a container that's in good condition. You don't want to get a, beat up container. Right. Now, those containers, they're really tight. And, they have to be tight. They're out there on the sea.
Sure, exactly. Keeps cargo from moving around.
Yes, but then also keep cargo dry and all that. Right. Walmart has 20 billion, worth of products in cargo containers. They don't want to leak it.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
Out there on the sea.
Absolutely.
So, they're really tight. And that's a good thing about them. So when you use them for a home or office or what have you, the containers are really well made. They're very strong as well. So, can you use a really cheap container? Yes, but you're going to end up paying in the long run.
Paying in the long run.
Yeah.
Right.
So, might as well do it right the first time.
Of course. Just like anything, if you try to take shortcuts, you'll have to pay for it in order to upgrade it to the way that you want it to be. Okay.
Yes. Yep. Another question we get is, can I build this myself? Mm-hmm. Do you think you'll be able to do a container yourself?
No.
Now, what if you kind of just do you think you'd be able to oversee the project? And say if you had the time, you don't have the time because you're a busy person.
Right.
But say if you had the time, do you think you would be able to oversee, get the painters in there, get the plumbers in there?
Yes, now that I could
electrical.
do.
You think you could?
Yeah, I think I could do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I
all
could
right.
do that.
And there may be some of you out there that want to do it yourself, but you might need a little assistance, so we can help you, with that as well. So, it's some factors, though, that you need to think about when you are looking at building or buying a container and doing it yourself. So you have to think about, how you're going to have it delivered. Are you going to try to deliver it yourself? Or are you going to, do you go and actually pick it out yourself and all of that? So, there's a lot that you have to think about. So if you need our help with that, give us a call again. Our number is 434-532-5189. Now, what about heating and cooling?
Right. Always important because we live where seasons change.
Yes.
So that's a fact.
Yes,
too.
yes. So, do you think you could stay in a container if it wasn't heated and cooled?
Not me. not me.
Why
don't
not?
like to be hot, don't like to be cold. More so cold than anything. Yeah, I do not like that. You want to have a happy person. Which I'm happy.
Happy.
Like Pharrell wrote that song just for me.
Who wrote that song?
Pharrell.
Who's Pharrell?
Yeah, that's the
The
one.
young
who
black
wrote.
guy with the hat on.
He's from Virginia Beach, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
He graduated from a high school in Virginia Beach.
Okay.
So very, very.
That's a cool song. I like that song.
Oscar-nominated song. Happy.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So.
And he went back home already, too,
Oh, really?
He went back home and his principal, classmate and all, since he did that song.
See? That's what I'm saying. Yes, I feel like he wrote that just for me. But you unhappy camper.
Right.
If I'm hot or if I'm cold.
Okay. So there are a number of different ways, your tank container can be heated and cooled. You can have a regular heat pump in there or a wall unit, what have you. Just kind of depends on the size. So with the insulation, you have insulation, you have nice lighting, you have heating and AC. And we're in the process of actually converting a container. We're right off of 58 in Emporia, Virginia. And we're going to redo it and make it really nice. And that's a 40-foot container.
Yes.
And so we're excited about that. All right?
Nice.
Now, another question is, and I'll ask you, how many containers do you think you can stack one on top of each other? It's a guess.
I guess 10.
Ooh, that's a good guess. 8 to 10 is what they usually stack, on the ships and things.
Yes.
Yeah, good job. But when we cut out doors, windows, and all that, the structure changes.
Sure, I could see
So
that.
yes, absolutely. So a lot of times people think I'm gonna get a container and stack them any kind of way.
Right,
A lot of times you'll see on the internet, containers going all kind of ways.
Right.
But you really need to, if you're gonna do all that, you gotta have an engineer.
Oh, sure, of course.
You gotta have an engineer. So yes, you can stack them, but and we can help you with that. But you need an engineer, definitely. All right.
The picture he showed you.
Don't show that.
Oh.
No. You have one?
Okay, so what about the foundation? And what about the footer? The footer is a part of where you dig a little trench in the ground. And y'all see that? That's a run. Just dug that in the ground. It's easy to draw, it's hard to do.
Oh, sure. I was going to say, always.
Yeah, so you put concrete in there, and now you got a footer. You put blocks on top of that, and now you got a foundation.
Right.
So these containers, they sit on foundations, or you can put them on piers or what have you. Just kind of depending. Each situation is different, right?
Location.
Right. Always.
Each location is different.
Always.
Okay? So you're going to need to give us a call with that. Again, our number is 434-532-5189. And we'll be more than happy to help you with that. The producer's telling us something.
Number up to see it.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. And we can add that, later on. Okay. Now, getting back, we looked at an article in our last session about, what is that article, Stacey? We looked at an article. We got so many pages.
Piecing it together.
Oh yeah, here we go. And the article was by MarketWatch.com, and it was entitled "Half of Americans Can't Afford Their House." So, like the American dream.
Of course. But the American dream is to own a home.
Yes, but is that the case now?
No.
Now, Robert Kiyosaki, he's author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. He says that the house is not an investment.
Right.
Yes,
right.
and it's not an asset.
I agree.
It's more of a liability
it's
versus
more of a
an
liability.
asset. And he said he pisses people off when he tells us that, though.
Of course, because especially African Americans, we're taught the one thing that you do is you get a home. You own a home.
Yes.
You own a home. But then the refrigerator goes.
Mm-hmm.
In 20 or 30 years, the roof goes.
Mm-hmm.
The floors go.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you have to do? You have to put more money in.
Absolutely.
And you haven't even finished paying for the home
Yes,
yet.
absolutely.
So that's the catch-22.
Yes. And with a house of a house costs $75,000. Mm-hmm. Say if you actually lived there, most people don't now, but say if you actually lived in for 30 years.
Sure, right.
How much would you think you pay for that house?
Over. Well, you said 75?
3 times.
You'll be 3 times that.
3
Maybe
times.
4 times, to
Three
be
times.
honest.
Depends on your interest
Right,
rate.
the interest
yes,
rate, right.
Absolutely. So with our container homes, though, they're done at a fraction of the price. This is great for retirees, too, on a budget.
Absolutely.
And we can make it pretty, look nice, as Gilbert always said, make it pretty. And we can make it pretty, So, but half of Americans, they can't even afford their house.
Right.
And it states that 52% of Americans have had to make at least one major sacrifice in order to cover their rent or mortgage over the last 3 years, according to How Housing Matters survey, which was commissioned by the nonprofit John D. and Kathleen T. MacArthur Foundation and carried out by Hart Research Associates. Now, they said these sacrifices include like get a second job or move to a neighborhood, unsafe neighborhood, or what have you.
I'm sure medical costs or defraying medical,
Yes.
going to the doctor, and
Yes,
all that
yes,
stuff.
yes,
Buying
yes.
medication.
Yes, absolutely. So, if you're in that situation, do you think we can wait for the bankers and all those people to deliver us? Why not?
You shouldn't, because first of all, I mean, you need to consider what you need to do. Not if what's your priority, to not take care of yourself or to have sustainability and somewhere to live, be comfortable and be secure, and know it's not going to cost over half of your paycheck every month.
Yes.
That's the most important thing.
Absolutely. So, that said, a container home is perfect. And it puts to use these containers that are sitting. You can convert them, make them look nice, make them look pretty, and you can put roofs on them. You can put spans between them with trusses so that they even open up, give you big, wide open spaces. I like open spaces.
Right.
It's nice.
Of course.
You
Makes
see
a
that?
difference.
Yes, absolutely. So all that's possible with the containers. Now also, this article focuses on rents being raised. And why do you think rents are being raised?
Several reasons. Economy. People who have invested in the properties want to make sure they get their money back for their investment
Yes.
as well. Location. Maybe a cliche, but it's the truth.
Yes.
You know, so and that's some of the main reasons.
Okay.
Why, yeah.
All right. So prices are going up, rents are going up. Do you think incomes are going up at the same rate?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Why do you say that? Why do you say that?
But as a beloved educator in North Carolina, for example, you know, yes, we were fortunate to receive a pay increase after I've been working for 11 years. So in 6 years, this is my first pay increase.
Wow.
Right, and it was 7%.
Okay.
However, for all our veteran teachers who have been out there 25 plus years, they're barely scraping the surface of 3%.
So they gave you more?
Right. If you're just coming in.
Now, why did they do that?
Trying to attract people to the profession.
Okay.
And basically degrading the ones who have been in, you know, for lack of a better word. You know, that's just speaking for people like myself who have been out there. I'm just still in the stage where I could get out if I wanted to.
Right.
Someone in 25 years, they're not going to walk away so quickly.
Right.
But what's happening? They're starting to. Because of the fact that now, one, they don't feel appreciated. After all these years of waiting and waiting, no pay increase, so doesn't it change their sustainability of life into retirement because your last 4 years of your salary it bases your retirement.
Oh, okay.
So that's the catch.
Are they able to retire after 25 years? Or
No, typically you need to work that you can, but you full benefits 30.
Okay.
If you have 28 years and say 200 plus sick days, you can come out in year 28, and cash in your sick leave days.
Okay.
So that's the catch. So salaries and all that stuff are not increasing, and I'm speaking from the education arena. Of course, corporate, private businesses, of course, they see pay increases quicker, but education is one of those areas. No, but we're making it. So that's the catch. So,
Wow, that's interesting.
Yes.
That's really interesting. So did it took them, say the teachers that were there 25 years, it took them 11, how long did they go without a raise?
For them, who knows, probably over, I've been in 11 and it's been 6 years for me, so you can imagine it's supposed to be this thing of a steady increase, but for them it's probably double-digit years where they've actually seen a significant pay increase.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's something.
Yes.
See why you need a container home? We can get you in one very affordably. You can have money in your pocket. That's a good thing, right?
Always.
And you can have a nice, warm, affordable place. Give us a call at 434-532-5189. Now, just a little history on containers, because most people are not familiar with containers. When you think about a container, CC, what do you think about?
Storage.
Yeah,
That's
storage.
the first thing that comes to mind. Ships.
Yeah.
Large ships.
Yes.
Stacks.
Yes. And that's what McLean did. He made it so.
With merchandise.
Yes.
As far as I could see.
Walmart.
For a shopper like me, it would be heaven if I could just get what I wanted to out of it.
Without paying. That's a good way to get locked up.
Free. Right. It didn't say it wouldn't cost anything. The product may be free, but I wouldn't have my freedom.
So, if you don't want to, spend a little time, you need to get you one of these containers. That's funny. So, most people think about when they see a shipping container, they get, storage and Walmart and ships and coming from China.
Right.
But since 2006, it's been kind of trendy to take these containers and make homes out of them, make offices, make stores.
Nice.
Yes, they have a really nice 3-level container store. Really nice, trendy, and awesome products at the store. So, the possibilities are endless.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely endless. So all we have to do is expand our thinking and say, hey, you know what? Let me look into that.
Sure.
I never heard of it, but let me look into it. Because before Henry Ford started mass producing cars, people, were riding on horses and donkeys and all of that, So when he started mass producing these cars, people, I'm not giving up my horse. And once everybody started to catch on.
Like, oh, I could get somewhere faster.
Yes, much faster. So, but that's our show for this evening. And thank you so much for tuning into our show. And give us a call. Give us a call. Get information. I can email you information. You can go to our website, upspaces.com. And I'm Grady Jones.
I'm Coletta Edwards.
And thank you so much for tuning in to the Container Design Network.